We'll now take a look at a nice group of 5 mid-19th century books that are in attractive publisher's cloth bindings of this era. The covers are embossed in blind. The spines have this simple but yet elegant gilt lettering that's very typical of this era of publishing. This would be this one here is 1843, and so I was going to say yes, the 1840s and into the 50s, the bindings often look like this. This one here has a wood engraved half title and a frontispiece, like so, with a tissue guard. There's also this interesting cabinet library false title here, which talks about it being a complete set of 20 volumes, but we have here 5 of them in the group. And there is Walter Scott. These are the contents here of the famous men: Milton, Johnson, Burke, Burns, Goethe, Napoleon, and so on. Each of a person has, I believe, yes, their own little wood engraved portrait. They are somewhat crude in nature. They're almost like folk art renderings, really, at this time. Yes, it's a very well, I guess I would use the word primitive form of illustration style. And there's also things like this, plates like this with views and so on. There's some toning across the top of the text block here. But overall, this first volume is very clean, sound, and tight. And this second one, that was Men of Modern Times. Here's Men of Ancient Times. And we have here, like so. And this one is 1843 again. It's of course by the author of Peter Parley's tales, Samuel Goodrich, a very well-known author in his day. In fact, he was among the most prolific as well as popular writers for youth in the mid-19th century. And the third book is this Manners and Customs of Nations of the World. Again, these are all uniform bindings, and as typical for books of this vintage, there's a variety of small age-related issues like damp staining, toning, chipping to cloth along the joints, and so on. We have here a Parisian street view as a frontispiece with a tissue guard facing this ornate and decorative half title here. There's the title page. This one is 1845. And this includes the Americas, including the polar regions and the Eskimos, England, and all of the different nations. And where, of course, this could get very interesting from a modern perspective is this commentary to be found here in more remote and distant locations of the world, less familiar to Americans at this time, including all of Africa and Asia. And so I'm sure we would get into various types of biases and speculations on the part of the author that would be strongly and firmly rooted in this era and reflective of his own personal biases. And so the next book is this one here on European history. You see it like this, and there that is, Crusaders, yes, 1844, like so, and yeah, nicely illustrated. All of these are well illustrated. And this last one is the Enterprise, Industry, and the Arts of Man. And here we have that. Fishing, hunting, commerce, navigation, mining, manufacturing, agriculture, 1845. And like this. Commerce by caravans. Commerce on the northwest coast of America. Captain Cook mentioned there. Spanish, what was that? That was Spanish-American commerce. Arctic voyages of the Dutch. Voyage of Sir Francis Drake, Magellan, Columbus, commerce and navigation. Bird catching, look at that's an occupation. Fur trade, right? You could engage in the fur trade. You could become a bear hunter, you see. You could go cattle and buffalo hunting. Look at that buffalo hunting. Here it is. There it is at this time, talking about it as literally something people did. There's marks about mines, diamond mines, silver mines, copper mines, coal mines, a lot on coal mines, mining in general. And so this group of 5 mid-19th century books is available as a lot online from me, Brian DeMambro.